di Vinski Tower tercinta, tempat berkumpul insan luar biasa.
For your information, a traditional Indonesian pantun is a form of poetic couplet full of wit and charm. And the meaning of the pantun is, in the morning we go to the tower sharing coffee with our loved ones. Welcome to beloved Vinski Tower, a gathering place for extraordinary people.
Kami sangat berbahagia menyambut kehadiran Bapak Ibu sekalian di Bareng Vinski Tower, Jakarta, Indonesia pada pagi hari ini, tanggal 1 Juli 2025. Dengan penuh hormat, kami menyambut kehadiran Presiden World Council for Preventative, Generative and Anti-Aging Medicine (WCPM) Paris yang memiliki anggota dari 74 negara, serta Presiden World Council of Stem Cell WCS Geneva Swiss yang beranggotakan 50 negara, sekaligus pemilik stem cell laboratory and bank, Profesor Dr. Deby Vinski, MSc, PhD. Selamat datang.
And the second one, President of Swissbiotech and Reyou, Swiss, Dr. Eugene, Durenard, PhD. Welcome. We are proud to share that on this occasion, Dr. Eugene has undergone a stem cell therapy at Swissbiotech. A strong testament to his belief and power to regenerative medicine. Let's give him big applause, please. Joining us virtually today, Elizabeth Paris, MBA, CEO of BioViva Sciences USA, in the Zoom.
Sosok inspiratif dan diva dangdut Indonesia, sekaligus ikon anti-aging Ibu Cici Paramida. Terima kasih atas kehadirannya. Serta Ketua Umum Perkumpulan Dokter Seluruh Indonesia, Dirjen TNI Purnawirawan, Dr. Jajang Priyatno, SPP Mas, serta Sekjen dari PDSI, Dr. Dolar. Terima kasih.
Serta kami ucapkan terima kasih dan selamat datang kepada teman-teman media yang sudah hadir. Terima kasih.
Dan tentu saja kepada seluruh tamu undang yang terhormat, selamat datang di Tower Vinski. Untuk agenda berikutnya, kami mengundang Profesor Dr. Deby Vinski, MSc, PhD untuk menyampaikan sambutan. Tempat kami persilakan.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Terima kasih MC, ini luar biasa ini. Soalnya ada Bu Jajang, Ibu Jenderal juga ikut menjadi MC pada hari ini. Dokter Timur di depan aja ada tempatnya. Welcome everybody. Allow me to speak in English because our guests. So I will mix ya. Dan teman-teman media yang selama ini sudah mendampingi saya, ada yang sudah pernah ikut pelatihan di saat saya baru berjuang untuk mengobat when I still fighting to help to treat my father from stroke. They already were here. Our head of Indonesian Medical Association PDSI General Jajang is welcome again di markasnya, Secretary General Dr. Dolar, Dr. Timbul pengawas, dan anti-aging icon Cici Paramida, ada Pak Alex, Ibu Aci, Ibu Maria, dan semua yang hadir. And the most our honorary guest today and honorary patient. So I think this is for our country from Health of Tourism on behalf of Ministry of Health, all the country. Thank you for coming today as a patient, flying so far away from Switzerland. And hopefully this is, saya tanya, Dr. Eugene, kalau di stem cell mau dirahasiakan nggak? You want to keep it as a secret? We can do it. And he said, no, it's no secret. He likes to promote Indonesia to become one of the center of the stem cell in the world. Ya, selama ini kita tahu teknologi terbaik memang ada di sana, dan thanks God kita juga berkolaborasi. Kenapa dia terbaik? Karena biasanya dia yang pertama. Ya, dia yang pertama di Switzerland dan negara-negara Eropa. Nah, kemudian kita berkolaborasi dengan Switzerland, Swissbiotech. Kemudian kita berkolaborasi juga dengan Bioviva, Reyou, dan sudah ada concierge ya yang bergerak di bidang health tourism. Minggu depan Indonesia akan berkolaborasi dengan Rusia. As you know, saya bersekolah di St. Petersburg yang baru dikunjungi oleh Bapak Prabowo kemarin. Sekali lagi, ya itu tempat sekolah kami dulu. Jadi teman-teman wartawan, ini tamunya, the guest is most are journalists. You know why? If you move the mountain, but if there is no journalist, nothing happen. Nah, jadi menurut saya kehadiran para wartawan, jurnalis itu sangat penting di dunia ini. Jadi saya sangat apresiasi atas dukungan Anda semua selama ini. Dan pada hari ini tentu saja ini adalah langkah yang besar. Seperti kita ketahui, Bapak Prabowo, Presiden kita, itu sangat mendukung bahwa Indonesia harus maju dan PDSI, bela NKRI, bela kesejahteraan Indonesia untuk dunia, itu kami jalankan. Dan kita ketahui perkumpulan dokter seluruh Indonesia sangat mendukung hal tourism dan mendukung pemerintah. Kami tidak pernah berdemo untuk pemerintah. Kalau ada yang tidak cocok, kami akan datang dan berbicara, diskusi dari hati ke hati. Dan itu karena ketua kami seorang jenderal yang luar biasa dalam memimpin organisasi ini. Dan tepuk tangan dulu untuk Jenderal dan Pegawai Dr. Timbul. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Eugene, I know you fly so far away from Lugano to come to Indonesia through Singapore, dan kami juga menunjukkan kepada Dr. Eugene kami punya private jet company sehingga kami ajak terbang dari Singapura ke Jakarta dengan private jet. Dan terima kasih juga akhirnya dapat job. Swissbiotech akan menggunakan private jet dari Aero Queen and Sky untuk menjadi kolaborasi perusahaan yang ada di Switzerland nanti. Jadi kita dapat 2 kue ya. Kita base-nya di Singapura, tapi kita juga punya base di Dubai ya, Dubai dan Abu Dhabi. Jadi kita bisa menerbangkan pasien. We can fly your patient from Lugano, from Russia, if they want to, or if they want to fly to in Singapore and fly with private jet to come to Jakarta, and they don't want to go by car, they can land it on our penthouse with helicopter, with chopper. Nah, jadi bisa, tapi kecil-kecil aja tempatnya, tapi cukup ya. Ini show bahwa di dunia ini tidak ada limitasi. Pada hari ini, pada acara Memorandum of Agreement dari Swissbiotech and Bioviva Science and Celltech and World Council, saya mengucapkan selamat. I'd like to congratulate you, Dr. Eugene. Yesterday, we already do the test. Kita melakukan tes antigen, kita melakukan MRI. I already have permission to the donor to mention that kita collaboration with the National Defense Hospital, jadi MRI-nya dilakukan di National Defense Hospital, tapi tindakannya tadi dengan Dr. Langga, dokter Indonesia, dan dipantau oleh dokter-dokter kita semuanya lancar. Dan Mr. Eugene sekarang sudah 15 years younger than yesterday when we were Sekian sambutan dari saya, dan saya berharap kita semua yang ada di sini, itulah tugas anti-aging internasional, karena Cici Faramida, siapa yang nggak kenal ya? Bulan Merindu, ya. Cici Faramida is a very famous singer. She's Sharifa, and she became anti-aging icon in the World Congress in Paris many years ago. And actually, I have many, but the international one is the Cici Faramida. That's why she's on duty today. Thank you for coming. And ladies and gentlemen, all the doctor, Pak Ketum, thank you very much. Mari kita sama-sama membangun Indonesia. Mari kita bantu pemerintah dengan berita-berita yang memberikan semangat. Karena sudah cukup apa yang ada di Gaza, peperangan di dunia tentu menyakitkan. Tapi saya memilih untuk terus develop, helping the patient, develop the technology, do the right one. That's why, because I want to do the right one, that's why I want trustable sources, which is from Bioviva Science, Swissbiotech, and also Reyou. Kenapa kita harus melakukan hal yang baik, benar, tervalidasi? Kenapa saya memilih berpartner dengan yang dari Switzerland? Mereka one of the first in the world. Jadi menurut saya sangat bagus, dan pusat untuk gen terapi sudah 22 FDA approved, right? 22 gen terapi. Dulu gen tidak bisa diubah, ternyata gen bisa diubah. Ya, yang FDA approved ada 22, yang lain bisa buat rejuvenation for the muscle. Dan Dr. Elizabeth Paris adalah satu wanita pertama 2015 mengalami yang namanya gene therapy. Beliau sudah mencoba dan I met him in UK pada saat saya menjadi speaker. Dan nanti ada si kembar, itu ponakannya Pak Jajan, itu yang melakukan genetic test. Jadi di Vinski Tower akan dibangun pusat genomik, tapi simpan aja itu berita nanti ya. Karena nanti hari ini harus fokus sama ini dan fokus pada orang Switzerland aja mau stem cell ke Indonesia. Tapi nanti kalau saya stem cell di Swiss, nggak usah marah ya, karena kan kita ganti-gantian. Jadi sekarang itu bukan zaman competition atau apa, tapi zaman kolaborasi, kompetisi untuk bisa berkolaborasi lebih baik. Mari bangun Indonesia, mari bela NKRI, mari dukung Presiden kita Bapak Prabowo, jangan bikin sakit kepala. Kita mendukung. Salam sehat untuk semua. Semoga semua yang hadir di sini diberikan rezeki berkah oleh Allah Maha Kuasa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya serahkan pada yang tidak bisa diganti-ganti, Ibu Ale sama Ibu Jajang.
Terima kasih Prof atas sambutan yang hangat dan penuh dengan inspirasi.
Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to hear remarks from Dr. Eugene Durenard. Please come forward to the podium, Dr. Eugene.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to be here with you today in Jakarta in the Vinski Tower. I've had a fantastic experience yesterday and today in being treated at the highest level of care and professionalism by the team of Dr. Vinski and by Dr. Vinski herself. So thank you so much for such a fantastic experience from which we will learn to bring such quality of care to Europe. So thank you so much. So I wanted to take this opportunity to give you a little bit of an overview of our collaboration, which already has started and that will continue, so that we can explain why we're together and what we're building together with Dr. Vinski. So, and in fact, this is a collaboration with between Dr. Vinski's cell-tech stem cell with 3 companies, which are, in fact, the 2 Swiss companies which I'm directly involved with, which is Reyou, Swissbiotech, and BioViva, which is the company in the US that is run by Elizabeth Parrish, but with whom we are working together, and I'm actually on her advisory board as well. She unfortunately could not come today because she is, in fact, in the process of flying to Dublin to speak at a conference organized by Aubrey de Grey. You probably know Aubrey de Grey is a very big figure in the longevity and the anti-aging space. So she sends her apologies. So in terms of, so what do we do? We actually have a very similar setup in Switzerland to what Dr. Vinski has built here in Indonesia. We do have clinics and clinical partnerships, such as this one, and such as Dr. Deby has with the big hospital, the military hospital that I had the pleasure to visit yesterday, which was fantastic. This clinic and the clinic in the Height. We also have several clinics in clinical partnerships in other European countries than Switzerland, such as Spain, Republic of San Marino, and soon Italy as well. So we have also Swiss Stem Cell Biotech, which actually is the cryobank, is the biobank that started already 20 years ago, and focuses on both banking and production of tissue-based therapies at a very high level, such as Dr. Vinski has here in Jakarta, with full GMP, GLP certifications, which are very, very important. And I'll tell you why this, is it okay? Why?
Close.
A bit closer, yeah. Thank you, yes. why maintaining the quality of the technological quality. I think maybe we have.
Oh yeah, here's the new one.
Yeah, I think it's the battery.
They need the stem cell, not yet.
It needs it needs electronic stem cells, exactly, yes. Maintaining the quality of, it's not just maintaining the quality of care, such as is the highest here, but also maintaining the technological edge of the production and manipulation of tissues, because this is very different from general pharmacology. You're speaking about live tissue. It has to be handled at the very highest level of quality. So in that sense, our institutions are very similar, and we are focused on innovative therapies and innovative medicines that we feel are the medicines of the future. So let me tell you a little bit about that. And essentially, one of our goals is to build a bridge between institutions of the very highest quality, between Asia, which is represented by Dr. Deby Vinski and Celtech Stem Cell, and Europe, and also the US. As you mentioned in your speech, our goal for our patients, one of the goals for our patients worldwide, is to provide the highest quality of care. And unfortunately, that highest quality of care is not allowed in every single country. You have still very big jurisdictional, I would say, differences between Europe, US. Indonesia is one of the most open countries in the world, thanks to the work that you have been all doing here, sitting in the front row. And I congratulate you on such great progress, because this is what we miss in Europe. For example, Switzerland is a much more open country than the rest of Europe, and that's why our base and our home base is there. We're obviously trying to bring those technologies in other countries, but the bureaucracy and I would say the lack of it's hard to move the mountain, as we say. So someone needs to do it. So in the innovation, we're focused on, I would say, 3 classes of therapies. Cell therapies that I've done today, thanks to Dr. Vinski's professionalism, which involve stem cells. They involve also secretomes, exosomes, and things like that, which are essentially focused on regenerating some of the tissues in our body in a very natural way, in a very biological way. We're talking about gene therapies, which is actually modification of the gene expression in your body, both for specific diseases, which are monogenetic diseases, but also for prevention. And I'll talk a little bit about that more. And then also talking about prevention, we're also very focused and interested in developing together therapy treatments. They're not, you can't call them really therapies, because but there are more treatments focused on prevention and wellness. So the preventative medicine angle is very important, and it's increasing in importance throughout the world, simply because the economics of not preventing are becoming extremely dire in some countries, which where the budget deficits related to essentially medical expenses are extremely high. If you look at the US, for example, that's one of the cases. So let's talk about specifics now. So gene therapies, as I mentioned, they have this is one of the next frontiers, which BioViva and Elizabeth's company in the US is at the forefront of development. So Debbie mentioned there are about 20 or so therapies that have been approved in the world for specific monogenic diseases, such as sickle cell disease, some dystrophia, Duchenne, etc., etc. The issue right now with those therapies is that they're exceedingly expensive. They're all range from $1 to $3 to $4 million. So this is not a scalable, unfortunately, scalable thing. What we're hoping with our collaboration is that the input costs, i.e. the process costs of such therapies to prepare them will be much lower, or could be made lower, with a lot of work. Here, for example, in Indonesia, thanks to the GMP facilities that you have access to, than what they are in the Western world right now, which they've been approved by the FDA, by the EMA, by the Japanese, and there are some other ones, but the main ones are exceedingly costly. And one of our goals is to work together to actually reduce those costs, to have higher access for the population. And secondly, the second class of gene therapies is focused on more prevention, because now the science is treating much more aging as a disease, not as a fate. There are ways to actually measure what are the I would say things or processes that essentially reduce their efficiency, efficacy is reduced with time, and that creates obviously effects on the systemic effects on the body that are essentially what we call aging. And in this, BioViva is one of the world leaders. Behind that stand Liz and her team, and part of it is coming from Harvard University in the US. So very high-end, credible team that has been developing a variety of preventative gene therapies for reducing the speed of aging. So Liz has taken about 3 or 4 of them already for different gene expressions, such as, for example, muscle strength, renal function, brain function, and some other ones that, and also the maintenance of healthy genome within the cells through the telomerase shortening, the telomere shortening, which is then creates a lot of errors in the as you age, the cells essentially become senescent cells from that, and then you die, which is not good. So that is in some senses a different market from the monogenic cell therapies, because they are preventative, right? Now, having said that, there is a very big growing demand for such therapies in the world, right? But there is only 2 or 3 jurisdictions where you can do that. And we're hoping, and those jurisdictions are not necessarily easy to access for everyone, especially for people from the Asian hemisphere, because those are all happening in Mexico, Costa Rica, and stuff like that. It's great already that they're happening. We're all very happy about that. However, we would love to have also create a point of access and a hub here in Indonesia for this. And this, we think, will generate a really strong medical